Welcome back, everybody. Today's show is all about a European getaway, and if you're one of those lucky enough to actually be doing it, there are some really important things you need to know when it comes to packing. You need to be planning way, way ahead of time, and right now we're going to talk about some things that I'd never even thought of. Dr. Pierce Sherrill is here from Aurora BayCare, and he's here to set us straight. You need to do more than just think about packing your clothes when you go on a trip abroad.
You are right. There's a lot of things that you need to take into account. The rule is you plan the travel and then you travel the plan. And it is not enough to grab a passport and an airline ticket and go. It is always smart to check out your destination country and make sure that you know what's required before you get to the port of entry. For example, a number of years ago when I traveled to Australia, it turns out that you can't just show up in Australia with your passport. You have to mail the passport to the Australian consulate in the U.S. They will check you out, and if you meet their rules, they put their visa on it, mail it back to you, and then you can get on the airplane and travel to Australia.
Interesting, and every country has their own requirements.
Every country is unique, and the European countries tend not to be much of a problem, but it never hurts to check out. The best way to do it is go to the U.S. State Department website. Easy, www.state.gov.
And you know what, Doctor? We're going to put all those websites on our website, so you can get a link right to them. But you got to do your homework, that's for sure. Let's talk about prescription medication and traveling with prescription medication.
Okay, every country is a little different about how that happens. Nobody wants illegal drugs coming into their country. When you travel with prescription medicines, carry them in the original prescription bottle. Don't put them in one of those little pill sorter trays. Carry with you a letter from your doctor stating the name of the drug, what you're using it for.
Yeah,
I have
a couple examples
do and don't examples.
First of all, never just bring this and think that you can fill your prescription overseas.
Well, you'll never get a prescription filled overseas, and if you do, you might be getting a drug that's not the one you want.
So make sure you've got plenty of pills to for your...
Take the full supply of medicine with you. Carry it in your carry-on. So if your luggage disappears, you won't be in a problem. Healthcare in the modern European countries is pretty darn good, but even the old Soviet bloc countries like Romania and Czechoslovakia, they may have a different name for the drug that you're taking, and they may have no idea what you're asking for.
Now, you alluded to bringing a written note from your doctor telling, you know, this is what this is indeed a prescription that I need to be taking. Again, this is not qualify as one of those.
This is my don't. This is a handwritten note in my really bad doctor writing with abbreviations of the names of the meds, my scrawled signature, and no indication of who I really am.
Okay.
Now, this is a do. This is a letter written on clinic letterhead. It has my name, my address, and I included the names of the medicines, all the generic names.
And it's typed. We can read it.
It is typed. It does have a signature. That is my real signature there. But my name and contact information are clearly identifiable.
Got it. So that's so important. You know, before you travel, go to your doctor's office, have them type up the prescriptions you'll be taking, and fill those prescriptions.
Another little thing I learned, first of all, you've got to have that, because if you try and bring prescription medicines in and you don't have that information, they may just confiscate it, and you're out of luck.
Yeah, that would not be a good trip.
Another thing to remember is that things that we can buy over the counter are not always available over the counter in Europe. For example, ibuprofen and Benadryl are two drugs which may or may not be used without prescription in some countries. If you bring them in without a doctor's note, you may get them confiscated at the border, too.
And again, keep them in their pill bottle.
Keep them in the original pill bottle. For ibuprofen and those less expensive medicines, I would bring a sealed bottle from the factory so the customs agent knows that these are legitimately drugs that came from the original manufacturer.
Doctor, thanks so much. What was you said, plan your trip and then...
Plan the travel, travel the plan.
Thanks so much.